Hello, everyone, and welcome to our virtual players meeting for the challenge at Goat Hill Park. Welcome to Oceanside, California for our 10th running of the challenge at Goat Hill Park. And I'm your tournament director, Alan Risley. I'm going to do a relatively quick virtual players meeting here and run through just some important items. You'll be receiving a Caddy book that has pretty much all the information that I'm going to go over here, but we'll go through this kind of quickly so you can get yourself onto getting prepared for the tournament and resting and all those other fun things. Anyway, you should see on the screen the cover of the Caddy book for the challenge at Goat Hill Park. Thanks to Garrett Geis, our graphic designer, for putting together the Caddy book, and also big thanks to Andrew Layton, and the artist that has put together our logo for the challenge at Goat Hill Park. We think it's a fantastic fantastic logo. Anyway, so let's move on. Tee times are posted for MPO and FPO. Tee times for Friday. They're posted on pdga.com. There's also a link to the tee times on the comments on the disc golf scene registration page. So you can see those tee times there. Age restricted divisions, your tee times will be posted on Thursday afternoon. Also pdga.com. That's always the place to go to look for your tee times. We'll be at the course on Thursday, allowing you to check in to get your Caddy books and player badges. We have badges and lanyards for all players. If you have caddies, we'll have wristbands for the caddies. There will be a $5 facility fee for the caddies on Saturday and Sunday. No fee on Friday for caddies, but on Saturday and Sunday we are going to charge a $5 fee, which is half of the general admission spectating fee. Got to pay the bills for using this golf course. So Thursday, all players can check in and get their Caddy books and badges. Will be available in the patio area of the pro shop. We'll be doing, let's move forward on our Caddy book here. And we've got a map of the golf course, and this is the entry gate down here off of Goat Hill Drive. You'll come up the hill, and player parking is going to be up in this area. Standard player parking lot. If you're in the MP 40, 50, and 60 divisions on Saturday, we ask that after you've completed playing your round, if you can move your cars to the volunteer parking area, just so we can have more room for the players with later tee times. It's a small parking lot at Goat Hill Park, so we want to try to rotate cars around a little bit. But player check-in is going to be in this area. This is the covered driving range. I'm going to switch to a different pen here. Here we go. Yeah, this area right here, it's the covered driving range. You'll see a sign for player check-in on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at this location. And one of the important things, do please check in every day so we don't have any problems with the starter. Also, on Sunday at check-in, we'll confirm your PayPal and Venmo information, because we're going to do as much electronic payment of payout as possible. So we've noted parking. Also notice we've got player warm-up area. Now on Friday, we do not have the entire golf course rented out. So Friday, there's an area of adjacent to the driving range. It's called the playground. Players on Friday, you can use this playground area for warm-up. We've got some practice baskets set up there, and you can throw shots down the hill. Please do not throw discs directly into the driving range screen. Goat Hill Park Management has asked us to not use that screen as a catch for hard thrown drives. If you just happen to inadvertently throw a shot that bounces off the screen, that's not a problem, but it's the throws that are full speed going right into the screen. The management has asked us not to do that. It damages the screen, and it's kind of expensive. So Friday warm-up area is the playground. Saturday and Sunday player warm-up is the driving range. We have the entire driving range for use for warm-up on Saturday and Sunday. Let me back up a page. Let's see. So down here at the bottom of the second page of the Caddy book, we've got a whole map legend. This is in just giving you a description of what the various items are that are on the whole maps. Front tees are marked with a red box and the letter T. Back tees are marked with a white box with the letter T. If you see an alternating or kind of multiple white and red T box, that means it's a hole where the front and back tees are combined. Front tees are being used mostly by the FPO division, although the age protected divisions will use the front tee on hole number 3. And then there are a number of holes, like I mentioned before, where everybody's playing from the same tee. So you see that red and white. Drop zones are all marked on the Caddy book with a letters DZ and a red box. Drop zones out on the course all have sponsor signs next to them. So the drop zones are pretty easy to find. Mandatories, we do have several mandatories out on the course. They are all trees. They all have large white arrows nailed onto them, with an arrow pointing to the direction you are supposed to go. And we have lines painted to define the controlled zone, or I'm blanking on the term, but anyway, the line that if you cross, you have missed the mandatory. That line is painted on the ground. On the Caddy book, OB lines that are out of bounds, where you take a stroke penalty and have to then get relief from the out of bounds area. Those are all solid red lines. All of the golf greens on the course are out of bounds, so they'll have solid red lines around them. Also, the property fence all around the golf course, that is an out of bounds line. So if you throw over the fence, that is out of bounds, stroke penalty, and relief where you were last in bounds. We also have hazard lines, and on the Caddy books, the hazard lines are denoted with an alternating red and white line. The OB lines out on the course, if there are OB lines, they will have pink flags. Some of the OB lines will also have pink string, but many of the OB lines are either concrete cart paths or railroad ties along cart paths. And so if you don't see pink string, you've got a good cart path or railroad tie line to define the out of bounds. So out of bounds will be marked with pink flags. The hazard lines also may have pink string. On some of them, they will have white flags. So the alternating red and white on this line will tell you that that's a hazard line, and the white flags are kind of locked in with the white of those lines. On the Caddy book maps, the yellow dashed line, that's the flight path that you can fly from tee to basket. If you wish, you may try a different line. Baskets, we got a basket icon out on the holes, and then golf greens are all marked OB. Golf bunkers, you can see on this legend that they have an alternating red and white line around that golf bunker, because the bunkers are playing as hazards. Stroke penalty, play from where you landed. So also, I'll just mention that the hazard lines, if you cross a hazard line, it is a 1-stroke penalty, and you are throwing your shot from where your disc lies in the hazard. If you've played the challenge at Goat Hill Park before, you'll notice that many of our OB lines from previous years are now hazard lines. So, you know, check out the Caddy Book for those items. We're using PDGA live scoring for the tournament this year, not UDisc, PDGA live scoring. You'll find that at pdga.com/score. Password is Goat Hill Park, all lowercase, all one word, no spaces. We will be relying on players to do the scorekeeping, since it's just pdga.com and all you're putting in is the score for the hole. Shouldn't be too much of a burden. I did it last weekend at the Colton Open. It was a piece of cake. So we're using pdga.com for scoring. And you can share that scoring link to your social media, and your fans and friends back home can watch your progress. While I'm on this page with the course map, I'll note we have some standard course rules. PDGA rules are in effect. The 2-meter rule is not being used for this event. We expect players to be familiar with the rules of play. The PDGA rule book is available online. You know, link to it on your smartphone, and just learn the rules, doggone it. Already mentioned the out of bounds, golf greens, over fences, and hazards. Standard hazards are sand bunkers. And if the sand is surrounding your disc, you are in the hazard. Single blades of grass do not get you out of the hazard. If you've got sand from the bunker all around your disc, you are in the hazard. We did not put string around the bunkers, but they are pretty well trimmed and defined. The grounds crew at Goat Hill Park does a fantastic job, and this golf course is in really nice condition. And I don't think we'll have any problems with the sand bunkers. Also, we've got pretty well defined lines between the golf green and the fringe around the green. Once again, I did not feel that string was necessary on the golf greens. Let's see. My telephone number is in the Caddy Book, so if you need that, if there's something that comes up that you can't handle on your group, you can give me a call, send me a text. Please remember provisionals. You can, if there's a question that you're not sure about, you can make a decision to play the hole out from different locations if that's necessary. You can play a provisional shot and then get the final ruling back at the pro shop. I'm not going to go through every single hole in the Caddy Book because I think it's really well put together and has all the information you need. But I will just mention a few things. So the Caddy Books and the T signs are nearly identical. Same information. We got the hole number on there, so you can make sure you're at the correct hole. And then the tee that you are standing at will either have something that says back tee with a distance and a par, or front tee with a distance and a par. I would recommend, if you're not sure about the course layout, that you look at the hole distance on the pdga.com app, scoring app, and match it up with the distance that's on the tee sign. So if you're standing at hole 1 and your PDJ scoring says that hole 1 is 450 feet, well, then you're going to be on the front tee. So, you know, make sure that you're matching those scores up if you have some question about whether or not you're playing from the correct tee. And then every page of the Caddy Book and tee sign, we've got some ground rules. And these are the ground rules for the individual holes. There will be some specific description of some of the routing of the hazard lines, things like that. Also, maybe some notes that might help you find the drop zones for mandatories, but you know, those have signs just like the tee signs, so they should be pretty straightforward to find. And of course, we've got our sponsors listed on the signs. I am going to take you to one particular page of the Caddy Book, and just note that we are human beings. And this is hole 7. Hole 7 has the correct ground rules information. It has the correct pars. It has the correct distances. What's not correct on the hole 7 in the Caddy Book is the artwork for the tee sign. So this is actually the artwork for hole 11. Hole 7 and hole 11 look very similar art-wise. I mean, they both are par 3s. They both have a mandatory. They both have a golf green up near the basket. Different location for the drop zone though. So, but the tee sign for hole 7 is correct. So when you get to hole 7, you know, I mean, you may take your Caddy Book, and we'll probably be telling you this as you pick up Caddy Books, to go to hole 7 in the Caddy Book and kind of make a note that the map is wrong. Look at the map on the tee sign for hole 7, and you should be good. Let's see. Oh, also make a note about we have some straw features out on the course. We have these pyramids made out of straw bales on holes 5 and 10. We call them go-to-mids. And we have a wall of straw 2 levels high on hole 7 before you reach the basket. These are features of the course. They cannot be moved. You do not receive relief from them. So if you are stuck behind one of these things, you've got a tough shot. But these are features of the course. We add them to add a bit of challenge. You know, this is the challenge, Goat Hill Park. And to require you to have a little bit of extra thought that goes into the approach that you make to the basket. So there are 2 go-to-mids on hole 5 and also 2 go-to-mids on hole 10. We've had them on hole 5 in the past. Hole 10, this is a new one. And then hole 7, there is the wall in front of the basket, also made of straw there. Let's see. Last thing I'm going to note here in the Caddy Book is the final page. We've just got a listing of sponsors and also big supporters of the event. So take a look at this page when you have a chance, and you know, see the folks that have helped us make the challenge at Goat Hill Park happen here. And last thing I'm going to say is we haven't really organized this portion of the event terribly well, but you know what, we're renting out this expensive golf course for 2 days, and we have it for all day Saturday with no ball golf going on. And when we're done playing on Saturday, let's have some fun. You know, we can have a party at the course. And one of the things that I've been wanting to do for a couple of years is do a long drive contest. We've got use of the driving range. So I've got a sponsor I'm talking to try to raise a little bit of money for a long drive contest. And then so that players who want to participate in the long drive contest, and we will have separate men's and women's divisions for the long drive contest. We're not going to break it out to age protected, but guys compete against one another and gals compete against one another. You will have to pay $10 to get into the long drive contest. You get 5 throws, so $10 to enter, and you get 5 throws. And we're gonna also have a kind of a tip jar out for spectators who want to toss in some cash, and it will be winner take all in each of the divisions. So you know, I hope we have a few $100 available for a long drive contest on Saturday. We're going to crank up the music. We're going to order some extra pizzas at the end of the playing time. There's lots of beverages available from the pro shop, and I think from food vendors that we're going to have. So yeah, let's hang out and just have enjoy the goat on Saturday after we finish the FPO division playing. And shoot, let's go out and have a nice gallery for the FPO on their final holes on Saturday as well. So anyway, that's it for this virtual players meeting. If you have additional questions, you can put comments up on the disc golf scene page. Also, remember the best way to reach me is at this phone number. You can text me. I also got my email address here. You can send me an email. I'm not going to look at email as quickly as I'm going to look at text messages that I get on my phone, and I got 3 battery backups for my phone. So I don't think I'm going to miss any messages. Anyway, thanks for watching this, and thanks for playing in the challenge at Goat Hill Park. Looks like we're going to have amazing weather for the weekend. Excuse me. And let's just have a fun time out here playing some disc golf. Thank you, everybody.